Mr. Chishty, appreciate you joining us. First up, what do you think has gone wrong with the Waqf Boards of India that the government had to intervene?
Adab, greeting of peace, lots of du'as and blessings from Ajmer Dargah Sharif. This is Haji Syed Salman Chishty, Gaddi Nashin Dargah Ajmer Sharif and Chairman Chishty Foundation. Well, to begin with, Waqf Board is an institution which has been not used but abused over the last many years by people who have been in that position because the ultimate beneficiary, as per the Waqf intention, the people who made a noble intention, those individuals, those families, that when they leave this world, the properties or the land endowment that they are giving towards the community betterment, especially the Muslims' youth educational initiatives, or the skill development, or even the employment initiatives, those noble intentions were never fulfilled. And it is kind of you can say it is those people who have been part of the Waqf Board or the CWC Council, they have not been truly responsible and honest to uphold those noble intentions of those who have endowment this land for educational purposes. So I think there was a long pending initiative. From time to time, we have spoken about it. We have given those memorandums, we have those meetings with the high officials in the government machineries and offices that there is a dire need of review, reform, and upgradation in the Waqf Board so that all the land endowments which are part of the Waqf Board from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, they are utilized as per the noble intention of those who had given them as land endowment within their lifetime, and to continue the spiritual and blessings after they leave the world.
Right, but the question also rises, are you happy with the representation that is given to women and others in the amended law or not?
The important thing is that able people, able individuals should be chosen, should come through who can really, truly honor the spirit behind the Waqf intention of those who have given this huge endowments across India. So it is the matter of grave concern that the able and responsible officials were never part of the Waqf Board. That's why today when we talk about the revenues, talk about the educational institutions, the lapses and lack of these places, institutions on such land are missing from the present scenario. So the amendments must focus on bringing the right people, bringing the responsible people and professional panels who can review, upgrade, and enhance the potentiality of these huge land banks that the endowments have across India.
And were any consultations done with the Sufi community? And what were your suggestions?
Well, there have been no direct consultation, but there have been memorandums which have been sent from time to time to the relevant board offices, CVC committees, and also the ministries earlier. So perhaps there was no direct consultation in terms of the resolution or the reforms which have been brought forth at the present time. So obviously there must have been consultation on their own level, on the stakeholders. But I think the review which has come forward as of now, it is in a balanced state of understanding. And the important thing is to implement these reforms with transparency, with accountability, and upholding the real intention of those who have made this Waqf endowments from their families and the communities across India. I think that is very important.
Well, the government says that they are making no interference in any religious body. Do you agree with this approach?
Well, I think that's important, that government must provide a platform which is accountable, transparent, without any interference in the religious duties and the religious observance. in any of the sacred places across India. I think because all the responsible members of such boards, panels, who are part of the different religious bodies and religious places, sacred places, they have an understanding. But the important thing is that there should be a mechanism where any transparency which is lacking or any accountability which is lacking, they must be held accountable. And that is the way I think government can ensure that the righteousness being followed and in practice into such spiritual and religious places when it comes to endowment, when it comes to providing the facilities to the seekers, the devotees, and also when uplifting and upgrading towards developing the educational institutions, developing the skill development initiatives, and as well as employment opportunities to the communities who should be the real beneficiaries of such endowments across India.
All right, then how do we deal with the people who are claiming this to be an attack on India's Muslims, according to you?
Well, as I said, that the Waqf Board amendments and the recommendations have been pending for a long period of time. The political leaders must understand. I think today when the bill was tabled, in this Honorable Minister Shri Kiran Rijiju has made it very clear that whatever changes, betterment, even in the revenue generation would come through these amendments would be solely utilized for the upliftment of the Muslim community, which is the real intention of when the Waqf has been endowed by any family or any society as per the intention. So I think the politicians must need to understand that whatever reforms have come, there should be a mechanism which is provided with transparency, with clarity of intention, and with nobility of execution of these endowments into the righteous panel. So I think if they have any objection, the Joint Parliament Committee has, the bill has gone to the review, which of course has been extended by the Honorable Minister Shri Kiran Rijiju himself, that because of the clarity of intention of the government, they are of course cooperating in all accounts wherever any questions are asked from any of the leader of oppositions or political leaders across India. So I think that's very good that a joint consultation and a dialogue and which will lead to the ultimate reforms. I give you a little example that when you look at the Waqf endowments and the properties across India, why they are underutilized. As of now, what we heard, what we read in the media reports, that the joint revenue of Waqf endowments from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is around 200 crores. And the land bank and the properties that are attached with the Waqf Board is huge. And I think thousands of acres of land are there, and the revenue is something which is very meager. And if with the transparency and rightly these implementations are applied, I think the revenue would go about 1,200 crore that one of the reports has mentioned. So one of the examples that I want to mention here is the capital of Rajasthan is Jaipur. And one of the most famous street in Jaipur is MI Road. Many people have heard about it. I'm sure you must have also heard about MI Road, which is of course a very prominent place for shopping and very large scale high-end showrooms are there. And the full form of the MI Road is not known by many people. I've asked this question and everybody has said, okay, we don't know. We have heard about MI Road. But what is MI Road? The name of MI Road stands for Mirza Ismail Road. So there was one gentleman, Mr. Mirza Ismail, many years back, who have endowed this land towards educational purposes, towards upliftment of the Muslim community. But as it is coming into the Waqf Board from years and years and years, on paper they are still collecting the rents which were decided in 1950s, between 100 rupees to 500. And today's rent is probably in lakhs. So where is that original rent is going, in whose pockets, where it is going on? And on record, it is just coming like 500 or 400 rupees a month from these large showrooms and the most famous street of shopping. So this is totally injustice towards the intention which was made by who has endowed this properties and land. So if the revenue, if the rents are updated towards this amendment which are coming in, and it's monitored by the able and competent authorities and professional individuals, I think it will be totally a game changer in terms of development of the Muslim community, in terms of development of educational and skill understanding, and also employment within the Muslim community across India. So I think that was it was much needed, it was awaited. And the important thing is that it must be implemented with the transparency, and whoever is made responsible to implement these amendments must be held accountable if there is any discrepancies and if there is any missing issues henceforth when this bill is adopted.
Right, and Chishty Saab, do you also feel increased regulation of the Waqf properties would in turn, encourage democratization of their control also?
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.